know it's a very difficult task to engage you post-lunch, and in a very good trance mood, I'm going to take you through a topic which can really put you in trance further. See, now the age is of synthetic data. Why synthetic data? Why it is a problem? Because if you right now see lot of LinkedIn posts and articles, 90% of them are written by AI. Now the same knowledge we are acquiring and building on the same knowledge is again used and trained, used to get other AI trained. So what is happening is the whole synthetic data per se maligns the future, result of the AI. Whatever you're asking to the AI, it may be result of a synthetic data. So reality checks are needed. Now what has happened now is, as I speak, just few days before, Government of India has amended Intermediary Rules 2025. That is Intermediary Rules of 2021, so 2023 and 2025. Now what is it? It is law. It has powers of under the IT Act. It has not amended it, it has put out for discussions. So it's the first time that India is defining what is synthetic data. So that is the most important change what is happening. So Gen AI has created this amount of, lot of synthetic data. Now what should be the objective? Open, safe, trusted and accountable internet through accountability in AI generate content. Now these are the buzzwords which are constantly spoken in AI conference or in AI meet of different executives. Now what is needed? What are the key frameworks which govern this whole synthetic data or data as such? So we have IT Act, the Principal Act, Section 66D is for impersonation, 67 is for obscenity, safe harbor. Now, why these sections are there? Because using synthetic data, something can be created which could harm someone's reputation. Okay, so this section, that's what I'm saying. So then we have IT rules of 2021, 2022 it was amended, 2023 it was amended, and 2025 it will be amended. It was just now amended, and there could be one more amendment till the year ends. So now I want to give you one academic question. So suppose someone asks you, when was the last IT Act amended? Now you have an answer to it, 2025. Why I'm saying this specifically, you go on the internet right now also and ask your AI, it will say 2008. You can check, okay? Why? Because 2008 was major amendment. And why does AI say so? Now let me give you a real life incident. Because majority of the time about IT Act, who are writing? The IT professionals are writing. And IT professionals are not lawyers. They are never aware about how law behaves because they are not, by training they are not lawyers. And majority of this data has come from them. And AI has learnt on them. Because a lot of websites were carrying their articles, CISO, CIO, CTO magazines, and collation of that has led to training of AI, which talks like this. So if you ask me day before yesterday also, when this 2025 amendment came, when was the last IT Act amended? It was 2023 and still not 2008. Okay, so this kind of issues will happen first because of synthetic data and second because of wrong data as the first data. So, the synthetic data, based on synthetic data, training itself goes wrong. Then you have BNS sections. BNS is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita sections, about 356 about forgery and defamation. So, you change somebody's facts, change somebody's financial facts, etc. Forgery can be added. DPDPA is the buzzword. We are going to have this privacy panels in the evening. A lot of discussions there, where there are obligations of data fiduciary and user consent. A lot was talked before also about the consent management fatigue, which organizations are going to have when they are using personal data. So issue there also. Second is Evidence Act. Majority of the time people don't speak about what happens when an AI-based data comes to before the court. AI-generated data comes before the court. The day before yesterday, I was addressing judges and lawyers. My point to them was, are you going to take AI as legal advisor or lawyer itself? When are you going to do this? Where is the wakalatnama? Is AI capable of taking wakalatnama? That is, the document you sign for your lawyer. These all cases would be there. So admissibility of AI generated evidence is yet to come. So the law is yet to come. We still have to adjudicate on it. Digital India Act, my dear friends, we don't anticipate AI Act like thing, EU AI Act like thing in India, but we are anticipating Digital India Act, which will be an umbrella law, which will have IT Act, DPDP Act, AI related regulations, gaming related regulations, etc. Everything which governs the Digital India initiative of Government of India. So this is, which is what been getting drafted, and you may have this, and you have AI regulations under this. So these are the key frameworks. Now, what is synthetically generated information? In the normal parlance, we keep saying synthetic data. But what has law taken into account? Law is using this word called synthetically generated information. So if you look at the rule 21WA, now these are for the uninitiated in the law, these are the rules which are framed under the IT Act. So they have same power of the law, same power of the IT Act. So this is the first time India is trying to define what is synthetically generated information. What did it say? Very simple. Information artificially or algorithmically created, generated, or altered using a computer resource that appears reasonably authentic. People may, have the issue about what is computer resource. For that, again, you go to the definition section of the IT Act, and it computer resource means includes your mobile phones. So anything which has a processor which processes, capable of processing, is your computer resource. Now it covers, why was Government of India so proactive in bringing this definition of synthetically generated information? Most important thing was deepfakes. The issue of deepfakes. See, issue of deepfakes with common man, people may not, government may not be that concerned. But now there are elections going on, and deepfakes are being used of politicians, doing something, talking something, appealing something, creating some narratives. This pinches the governance or the governing Sarkar the most. So they want to bring in, they want to take a control of this. So cloned voices, I think everybody must be aware, all the celebrities, now almost all the celebrities are protected for their personality rights and for their voices. Excellent cases, Jackie Shroff. Jackie Shroff has a way of saying this, like he says Bhidu and all, and in his voice. Nobody can imitate him. No AI can imitate him. Obviously, Amitabh Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai, Abhishek Bachchan, everybody has gone and tried to got some or other protection from courts. So these are protected. Their personality rights are protected. You would say, will there be any exclusion? Coming back to Jackie Shroff, there is an exclusion. Krishna Abhishek is an actor. He can do his mimicry. That's allowed. He has taken that. He's the only person they have allowed that he has allowed that this person can do it. So now it's not protecting the personality rights or voice, but also selling them or creating an exception to it. That is the law paradigm which is happening. Okay, so algorithmically generated videos or text, these are also covering under this. So now we will have a new due diligence rule. Now this is a pain for chief AI officers, chief data officers under rule 3.3. Now what is this? Obligations. Intermediaries enabling creation of synthetic data content must label or embed metadata uniquely identifying such content. You're getting what where we are going? Suppose you're making a video or a picture which is synthetically created, the metadata should explicitly mention that this is synthetically created. If not, you are in non-compliant with law. And it is not, see, some people feel, people specifically who make this, kya hoga, fine lagayenge. It is not about fine lagayenge. If that AI synthetically generated deepfake video or synthetically generated video creates some ruckus, because of that, there is some law and order situation. Then other sections of BNS, IT Act, any sections, if you create some rift between two languages, two religions, then those sections also will get applicable, and those will be real danger sections. So, having this, abhi se hi, you need to start practicing. First, you have to align with how to provision for this, and second is start, rolling out a beta version of all this. Label or embed, uniquely identifying such content. Ensure visible or audible notice, 10% surface duration. Visible or audible notice, you're understanding. Like suppose I have a video which is synthetically generated. 10% of the video should carry this notice, disclaimer, that this is AI generated video. See, the fun of that video only will get lost if this gets approved. Okay? कि 10% में अगर तुम लोग ये देखोगे कि this is AI generated video, people will just scroll through. In fact, people will generate some algorithm ऐसा बनाएगा जिसमें which will have metadata that will not be shown only. Tomorrow, Twitter is capable of doing that, right? You read the metadata, skip it. Don't bring it to the forefront. If you want to bring it to the forefront, pay to Twitter or Instagram. That scheme also can go on, because Indians are very clever, and this Meta and Twitter are very clever of the world. Prevent modification or suppression of identifiers. This is a very tough task, because in India, we are so clever, we have apps for this. Whenever we have some videos, जिसमें header footer होता है, we find an app, remove the metadata, remove the header and footer, and paste it as our own videos. We're good at this. So how to do this? And who will be blamed? Whether the person who removes it or the person who allows to remove it. That is going to be another problem. Failure may lead to, now what is the biggest problem is, if you don't do this as an intermediary, your safe harbor provision under section 79, which is given to the intermediary, the marketplace or the significant intermediaries, will be lost. And once it is lost, FIR can be registered on you by the regulators. Enhanced obligations is for here is significant intermediaries is significant social media intermediaries is SSMI. Significant social media intermediaries is about 20 lakh subscribers and kind of stuff. Must obtain user declaration on synthetic origin of uploaded content. Declaration लेगा. Deploy verification mechanism. Extra पैसा खर्च करने का to verify all this. Must clearly label or display synthetic content. Ensure, why it is done so? It ensures traceability, accountability, and public transparency. See, they have taken all these golden words, which all AI people keep speaking here and there, that we want traceability, accountability, and public transparency, and they have bundled into a law and given back to you. अभी खेलो तुम लोग, है ना? मतलब बात करने के लिए easy है, regulation चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए. When it comes to you, it becomes really difficult to implement the thing. Yeah or not? So, what are the legal protection safe harbor is? Under 79(2), if we don't do proactive moderation of whatever AI content is, don't balance innovation and expression with user safety and trust, then 79(2) safe harbor provision goes away, and you are no longer considered as an intermediary. You are being considered as a person who didn't do due diligence, and an FIR can be registered on you, or a fine can be levied on you by Government of India. What are the compliance challenges? How to define what is reasonably authentic? Very difficult. You need to change you have to look at all AI related policies in your organization with the advent of this rule. On my LinkedIn, I have posted these rules, actual rules, and my interpretation also. You can go and have a look at it. This was 3-4 days before. How do you manage cross-border hosting and jurisdictional conflicts? Here they say you put AI ka label. Other people are not saying it. So how do you make in India and give it to the world? That becomes a problem. Handling encrypted platforms and ephemeral contents. Encrypted platforms, how do you handle those? Because the data will be encrypted. How do you decrypt? How do you manage this? Balancing freedom of speech versus misinformation control. In India, this is a big debate which is happening. Such kind of tools may lead to, blocking free speech. Ensure technical feasibility of watermarking and labeling. How do you do everything? How can you mark everything, watermark or label it? Becomes a difficulty. Lastly is the interplay between DP-DPA. Synthetic data may still continue constitute as personal data under DP-DPA. How are you going to address this? Inference data is not taken into account in DP-DPA, apart from synthetic data. So these are two types of data which could be personal data and yet not been taken in DP-DPA. AI developers must ensure data accuracy and lawful processing, definitely as per the DP-DPA. The rights of individual to correct or delete synthetic misinterpretations. Now suppose you synthetically misinterpret somebody, then right to data deletion is a part of DP-DPA. So you should allow them some scenario to delete. If you don't allow, they will go to DPB, that is Data Protection Board, and 250 crore tak ka aapko jurmana lag sakta hai. Okay, so you depict somebody wrongly also. So shared accountability between intermediaries and data fiduciaries. Now this needs to be discussed. The person who makes the synthetic contents and the person who hosts the synthetic contents, what could be the shared responsibility of these two people? How are they, if suppose, it's called indemnification, how do you indemnify each other? If you are charged 250 crores or more, then how do you take this into the parlance? The future of AI governance is lastly, India's regulatory trajectories under the IT rules, DP-DPA, AI Act, which is proposed of the Digital India Act. Trusted AI for Bharat is how do we balance innovation with legal responsibility? That is going to give us age. Sometimes late is latest. So in some things we are getting late. We keep shouting that India is always late to the scene, AI ke liye latest. But the moment you come to know that India's AI being late could be really latest in terms of AI laws and AI compliance, you will be happy, because once you do things in AI, undoing or going backwards and complying that as per law is costly. So if you are little late to the party, you will be a complied party to a party. Thanks for that. I don't want to talk about this. Thank you very much listening to me. Thank you very much for calling me. Thank you.